Hi everyone, Ashish Kyal here. It's fantastic to have you all here, and I'm going to talk about markets. It has been on the tear. You can clearly see the volatility has been crazy on both the sides, and I'm sure you might be nervous looking at the market movement over past few days. Yes, it has been a very challenging market, to be honest. It's not easy क्योंकि जो रिएक्शन टाइम था दोस्तों, रिएक्शन टाइम ही नहीं मिला मार्केट में. अगर आपने स्टॉप लॉस सिस्टम में नहीं डाला होगा और सडनली मूव आ गया तो आपको एग्जिट करने की अपॉर्चुनिटी भी नहीं मिलेगी. दिस इज द टाइप ऑफ मार्केट दैट यू कैन क्लियरली सी राइट नाउ. बट साथ ही में अगर आपका रिएक्शन टाइम फास्ट होगा तो बहुत ही क्लासिक अपॉर्चुनिटी भी थी. वी वर एक्सपेक्टिंग निफ्टी टू मूव डाउन डेफिनेटली, एंड इट वाज एक्सपेक्टेड टू बी in the fall in the form of wave X, or it can be start of a bigger trend. और उसके लिए लेवल्स डिस्कस किए थे हमने 24,728 नीचे की ओर. और अगर आप देखोगे निफ्टी ने लो कितना बनाया था दोस्तों, 24,753 का कुछ लो बना था, जो 20 से 30 पॉइंट से मिस हुआ और वहां से रिवर्स हुआ. और ऊपर का गैन लेवल जो 25,361 है, दैट हैज बीन अचीव्ड ऑन द अपसाइड. सो द वेरी वेरी शार्प मूव हैपेंड ऑन द अपसाइड. We touched the level of Gann 25,361, but after a lot of volatility. And I'm sure this might be a crazy week for many of you who might not have the methods or the systems. And yes, you have to trade with stop loss because that's what is very, very important. I keep telling my mentees also, without stop loss, you cannot trade the market. And यहाँ पर मैं बहुत ही quickly आप लोगों के साथ में Zoom link share करूँ. And people who are you there on YouTube with me? If you are there on YouTube, you can join me on the Zoom platform also. And I'm taking a very, very quick poll over here, and just to check with you all, if what is the Nifty trend in the coming week. Nifty का trend क्या है आने वाले week में, ये poll ले रहा हूँ दोस्तों मैं. And I'm going to discuss about what happened exactly yesterday when that spike happened. Looking at the volumes data, looking at the open interest data, मैं आपको उस चीजों के बारे में बताऊंगा. एंड यहाँ पर बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है कि जस्ट अ सेकेंड, यहाँ पर एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज मैं टाइप कर रहा था कि आर वी हेडेड टुवर्ड्स 26,002, दैट्स द गैन लेवल, नेक्स्ट गैन लेवल. कि भाई इतना ऊपर नीचे, इतने उतार चढ़ाव के बाद में क्या यहाँ से मार्केट ऊपर जा रहा है या नीचे जा रहा है, उसके बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे. और ये फॉल जो था वो एक्स वेव में कन्वर्ट हो गया. एंड दैट्स व्हाई वी आर ऑलवेज going to look at why this fall converted into an X wave and why the trend has again changed back to buy on dips level and until when. एंड साथ ही में अगर आपने गोल्ड को ट्रैक किया होगा दोस्तों, गोल्ड का एक टाइम साइकिल था फ्रॉम द मिड ऑफ सितंबर. एंड इफ यू लुक एट दैट टाइम साइकिल, मिड ऑफ सितंबर, फर्स्ट वीक ऑफ सितंबर, हमारे ब्रह्मास्त्र ग्रुप में बहुत सारा डिस्कशंस ऑलरेडी ऑन गोइंग है उसके बेसिस पे. एंड पीपल हैव बीन डूइंग फैबुलसली वेल ट्रैकिंग द गोल्ड विद रिस्पेक्ट टू टाइम, एंड इट हैज डन फैंटास्टिक. So I'm going to look at the chart. I'm ending the poll, by the way. People who are there on YouTube, you can be with me on the Zoom platform. Join करिए यहाँ पर दोस्तों. I'm just going to take a very very quick मैं लिंक शेयर कर देता हूँ यहाँ का हमारा. जस्ट अ सेकेंड, जहाँ पर आप जुड़ सकते हैं मेरे साथ Zoom प्लेटफॉर्म पे. लेट मी जस्ट डू दैट वेरी क्विकली, जस्ट इन अ मोमेंट. ओके, you can join me on the Zoom platform. Here is the link, and do not forget to subscribe, like, share, बिकॉज आपके कमेंट्स बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं. और साथ ही में दोस्तों एक बड़ा सा स्क्रीन लिया है मैंने आप लोगों को सिखाने के लिए. एंड अब जो पीछे मेरे आप देख सकते हो, एंड आई एम श्योर इट माइट बी यूजफुल फॉर मी टू टीच यू सर्टेन कॉन्सेप्ट्स जो मैं यूज करने वाला हूँ हमारे अस्त्र पार्टिसिपेंट्स के लिए. एक वीडियो मैं देने वाला हूँ जो कि एक्सप्लेन करेगा इन दैट वीडियो. मंथली हम एक नई स्ट्रैटेजी डिस्कस करेंगे अस्त्र मेंबरशिप में. सो आई एम गोइंग टू डू दैट. एंड अगर आप लोगों ने मेरा ऐप डाउनलोड नहीं किया है दोस्तों, सो डू एंश्योर यू आर डाउनलोडिंग द ऐप. सो वेरी क्विकली प्रोड्यूसर साहब सबके साथ में ऐप लिंक शेयर कर दीजिए सो दैट दे कैन डाउनलोड द ऐप. क्योंकि वहां पर नेक्स्ट वीक में मैं फिर से कुछ देने वाला हूं आपको. वहां पर मल्टी बैगर फ्री रिसर्च रिपोर्ट एक अवेलेबल है. यू कैन गो एंड गेट एक्सेस टू दैट रिसर्च. इट्स अवेलेबल अंडर द फ्री मटेरियल सेक्शन ऑन द लेफ्ट हैंड साइड, आपको दिखेगा वो. वहां से आप जाके वो कर सकते हैं. एंड निफ्टी रिसर्च आपको चाहिए तो ऐप के ऊपर आपको मिलेगी. तो ये ऐप का लिंक है, ऐप का क्यूआर कोड भी शेयर कर दीजिए सो दैट पीपल कैन डाउनलोड इट लेटर ऑन ऑल्सो विथ एवरीवन। सो चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं वेरी क्विकली। लेट मी गो एंड फोकस नाउ ऑन व्हाट इज हैपनिंग विथ निफ्टी, व्हाट चेंज्ड इन द पीरियड ऑफ yesterday, why there was some massive short covering that we saw on the chart. We are going to look at all of these aspects of trading in a very, very simplistic fashion, combined with the neo wave charts and combining along with Gann square of 9. And साथ में अगर आप क्रिप्टो ट्रेड करते हैं दोस्तों, I think क्रिप्टो में भी अपॉर्चुनिटी है if you would have watched my video on Bitcoin. So I'm going to share my screen very quickly. And guys, I just want to ask you all, since you are all here with me, will the teaching on the board much more convenient to learn the concepts than just sitting here and teaching you on the platform is what I'm asking. So आपके फीडबैक के बेसिस पे मुझे पता चलेगा यार जो मैंने इतना खर्चा किया आप लोगों के लिए वो वर्थ है कि नहीं है। अगर नहीं है तो फिर मैं खुद उस पे खाली थोड़े बहुत चीजें रिकॉर्ड कर लूंगा, लेकिन इफ इट इज वर्थ देन आई माइट स्टार्ट यूजिंग इट फॉर यू ऑल। सो अंकुर चौबे, ग्लैड टू नो आप मेरे साथ में 6 मंथ से हो। बहुत सारे जन हैं जो मेरे साथ में काफी सालों से भी है। सो इट्स ऑलवेज board is easy to learn. Okay, Shilpa, thanks for that. Kiran, thanks for your kind words. आप लोग master participants हो, so I am glad कि you people think that way. Okay, चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं दोस्तों। अभी मेरा स्क्रीन अगर आप देख पा रहे हैं वेरी क्विकली, दिस इज द चार्ट basis of the Gann levels. So if you're looking at this chart, we have moved on the downside. Okay, the Gann level was 24,728, and the low Nifty made was 24,753. That's the low that Nifty made. Okay, and यहाँ से अगर आप देखोगे we went all the way to 25,361 and Nifty closed precisely around 25,361 के पास में. So huge enough move, went down, almost reached that level, reversed back on the upside and touched that level on the upside. So if we manage to sustain, I'm changing my stance. See, एक चीज मैं मेरे mentees को भी कहना चाहता हूँ, always be open to change your stand with a blink of an eye. Okay, इसका मतलब होता है कि अगर मार्केट आप जो सोच रहे उस हिसाब से नहीं कर रहा, इफ यू आर थिंकिंग दैट प्राइस शुड फॉल and it does not fall but reverses, change your stand. Do not hesitate to do that. It does not matter what world says, it does not matter whether you get trolled, but you change your stand much at the right time than changing it later on, right? That's always preferable. क्यों? क्योंकि मालूम है आपको, भाव भगवान छे दोस्तों, price is God and you cannot fight it, you cannot fight the trend. You can just be with yourself and say ठीक है, जो सोच रहे थे वैसा नहीं हुआ, it's reversing. So 25,080 was the level when the stand has to be changed. 25,080 जैसे ही निफ्टी ने क्रॉस किया, there was a massive short covering that happened on the upside. Anyone followed that specific level? Okay, it's very important. Yes, you should have that stop loss, accept that small stop loss and reverse the trend. And if you have those levels, you can clearly see very clearly it is simply fantastic to trade basis of those levels. Let me just do one thing. Let me just very quickly go on my go charting and try to add up very clearly the volumes, because volume is going to reveal what happened behind the scenes. दोस्तों कल परसों हमारा त्रिशूल का पहला 2 डे है trading ka, where we are going to look at options also in detail. Volume profile is going to be a much more in-depth study which we are going to do tomorrow. So be ready with that. And let me just go on the chart here and share it across with all of you. If you are able to see here, every one of you. GPS भी बताऊंगा मैं आप लोगों को. Just a second. And यहाँ पर अगर हम देख रहे हैं, everyone is able to see my chart. I'm going to put Nifty futures here. Okay, निफ्टी फ्यूचर्स, इसके बारे में डिटेल में कल और परसों हम करने वाले, बहुत डिटेल में हम इस पे चेक करेंगे कि क्या हो रहा है. अभी दोस्तों यहां पर देखिए, बिहाइंड द सीन्स what happened at 24,000, सॉरी 25,000, ये जो लेवल आप देख रहे हो 25,050 का लेवल है। आर यू एबल टू सी दिस चार्ट, एवरी वन ऑफ यू? आर यू विथ मी? अगर ये चार्ट आपको दिख रहा है तो आप देख पा रहे होंगे कि 25,050 के जो लेवल है वहां पर कुछ तो मेजर हुआ है। द राइट हैंड साइड चार्ट विच यू आर सीइंग दोस्तों इज नोन एज वॉल्यूम प्रोफाइल, and this level I'm just going to draw it over here for you all. This is 25,050 and that's the level. So the overall movement, I'll come out with the wave count also. The overall movement which happened on the downside was just wave X, which was complete at the low formed here. That was wave X. And we had a wave G that got completed at the top around these levels. Post that, there was an entire move on the downside. And we can clearly see that happening. This was wave A, this was wave B, this completed wave C, and this C was a terminal impulse pattern with 1, 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5 here. That was the terminal impulse pattern. After the completion, can you see the massive amount of trade that happened at 25,058? Every one of you, I'm asking you, all of you, massive trade. Nifty volume profile reveals the secret behind the scenes on what happened on कौन सा डेट था दोस्तों कल का, which was 12th September. Massive volume happened at 25,050 and then sharp up move. This was confirmed by breakout above कौन सा लेवल? This was confirmed by the breakout about 25,080 levels. So यहां पर ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि ये आप देखें और समझें. So what we are trying to do here is we are trying to see what was running behind the scenes. दोस्तों एक चीज मैं आप लोगों को कहना चाहूंगा, everyone who is listening out to me, पहली चीज, and this is because many of the users who actually lost money over the past week is trying to say that they lost money because of me. I'm just trying to ask you all, यार आप लोग थे कहां पर जब इतने महीनों में आप लोग ने पैसा कमाया? तभी तो नहीं कहा. दूसरी चीज, अगर आप लोगों ने, if every one of you who think you lost money because of me, are you even reading the tweets properly? Do you know where to place the stop loss? Do you know when to change the stand? That is absolutely important. 25,080 was the level I mentioned so damn clearly कि यार 25,000 अगर 80 ब्रेक होगा तो स्टैंड चेंज करना है. In fact, I even mentioned it very clearly, trade cautiously. और हमारे ब्रह्मास्त्र के ग्रुप पे तो मैंने सुबह ही लिख दिया था, guys be cautious, markets look tricky, it can form an X wave or it can form a triangle pattern. If the down move does not happen, 25,080 is the level that you have to look at. And once 25,080 level was broken, we saw a rocket on the upside. So do you want me to say that the market should fall because if it's going up, it should fall? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to change my stand with the blink of an eye. That's how I do. अगर मार्केट ने रिवर्स किया, यार मेरा भी पोजीशंस था, कॉल शॉर्ट्स थे मेरे, लेकिन 25,080 मेरे स्टॉप लॉस सिस्टम में ऑलरेडी थे. एंड जो शॉर्ट किया था ना कॉल, वो मैंने 24,750 पे नहीं किया था. वो कॉल्स ऑलरेडी शॉर्ट थे अराउंड 25,000 के आसपास जब मार्केट गिर रहा था. Once I have shorted there, I was already making money, and then when it reversed massively, I lost little. But I immediately changed my stand from 25,080 level, went where my stop loss got triggered, reversed the position, and I recovered whatever I lost in the entire market scenario. And that's how the game should work. If you lose less. When you make money, make a killing. That's the strategy you have to follow. But if you keep blaming the big players, if you keep blaming the politicians, if you keep blaming me, if you keep blaming everyone else in the world, where is the responsibility that you have for your own trades? It's very, very crucial to understand this as a trader. It's the way it will work. Yeah, I keep telling my Brahmastra participants also, in this game, it is you and you alone. I can be a torch bearer to tell you what I think. I can be wrong. You have to do your own homework, understand your own trading personality, respect what is happening in the market, and do not fight the trend. Trend is your friend. Bhav Bhagwan che, what price is saying is the right thing. No one else is right or wrong. Is it making sense? Am I making sense? So it's very, very clear for you to understand. Yeah, I can be wrong. It's okay, but I can change my stand. That's my thing. I don't care what everyone thinks about changing the stand, because लोगों के साथ प्रॉब्लम क्या होती है मालूम है कि यार अगर बुलिश है तो बेरिश नहीं हो सकते, बेरिश है तो बुलिश नहीं हो सकते. ये होने के लिए टाइम चला जाता है, because that's emotion which is involved. Once you have that emotions out of the game and you look at only price, you understand something is happening there and you follow the trade. That's how if you trade, you will be like amazingly become an amazing trader. Trust me on that. So it's very, very crucial. So if you are seeing it, okay, यहाँ पर अगर आप देखोगे बहुत ही सिंपली 25,050 इज द हाई वॉल्यूम प्रोफाइल एरिया, पॉइंट ऑफ कंट्रोल है वहां पर, एंड वहां पर निफ्टी मेजर वॉल्यूम्स हो रहा था. नाउ if you look at the simple three aspect on that day, when I warned that be cautious, there was not a single hourly candle which moved below the prior candle low. Three candlestick rules. If you follow, there are so many of people who have been following the three candlestick rules and they said it's amazing. If you look at the candlestick rules on that day, not a single hourly candle moved down. And as soon as this high was taken out, market reversed. So why? Because some big player, 100%, it looks like something major for sure happened at this level, because big players created their position. Now, you can either fight with the big players or ride with them. Now, the thing is, this massive creation resulted prices to go up towards the level of 25,180. Okay, that was the level. The massive long creation which happened at 25,080, that massive long creation resulted into an upward push towards 25,180. Post that 25,180 happened, I'm going to put an open interest profile, लेकिन वो change हो गया होगा अभी तो. 25,180 जैसे ही क्रॉस हुआ, there were a huge short build up at 25,000 straddle. Do you remember, guys? I've talked about 25,000 straddle being active with 25,000 straddle ka premium as 180 points. Do you remember, Brahmastra participants? I'm asking all of you who are in the latest Brahmastra participants. 25,180 was the straddle premium. Do you remember? Okay, fantastic. Joshi, Jayant, Praveen. Now, 25,080, 180, I'm so sorry. वहां तक लॉन्ग बिल्डअप हो गया था और वहां तक ट्रेडर्स, बिग प्लेयर मूव द मार्केट अंटिल 25,180. As soon as 25,000 पे जो शॉर्ट्स थे, कॉल और पुट दोनों साइड पे, those straddle players started panicking. That was the panic level. 25,180 was the panic level. As soon as they panicked, they started covering their position and reversing it. See what I did. I had huge positions. In fact, I also reversed my position little earlier, around 25,080, 25,100. I reversed my positions at that point of time. Someone who was short on straddle might be reversing his positions at 25,100, 25,140, 150. By the time it hit 25,180, they went crazy. They started reversing their positions right from 25,000 strike prices to 25,100. In this phenomena, many people who were short on 25,200 call options did not had the time to react. Now these people who had no time to react about 25,180 तक जब market गया, they just panicked. Because they panicked, they went into a frozen mode. This is known as वो freeze हो गए, उन्हें पता ही नहीं चला market में करना क्या. So once they entered from that mode into a frozen mode, I say it as a frozen mode, they don't know how to react. By the time they can think of reacting, Nifty was 25,250 levels. At 25,250 levels, there were more shorts that were there in the system who were also panicking now. They started reversing their position. By the time they reversed their position, 25,300 was taken out. And this happened on the expiry day. No one expected that a 0.60 paisa at 25,250 call option price was 0.60 paisa, which is going to become in the money. No one expected that. They said it's an anomaly, market will come down, show a dip. By the time they realized they are losing a lot of money, the broker started cutting off their positions where the clients were not able to fulfill the margin and the MTM. The brokers, the system started cutting off the positions, the algo started cutting off the positions. Everything became like a tsunami, and that resulted into a massive short covering towards the level of Gann 25,361. By the time it was too late for people to react, they realized it's anyways going to expire and they are going to lose a lot of money. And that's the reason. So major trading happened at 25,000 level, huge volumes created at that level. They took the positions towards 25,080. As soon as that was taken up, slowly the straddle position started panicking. They took the positions towards 25,150, 160. The weaker hands who had no stop losses in place, the algos who didn't believe that's going to happen for strangle positions, not straddle, now the strangle positions, started covering their positions, and that resulted into another up move. And the only person who lost a lot of money are the people who was not having the stop loss in the system. And they panicked the most. And that's how the entire tsunami happened. In this scenario, the best lesson if you can learn for life is put your stop loss in the system and do not try to blame the big players. They are doing what they think is best because they have to make money from you and we have to make money from them. So let's play it fair. Let's try and understand what they are doing. Let's look at volume profile, look at open interest profile, look at those panic zone. That's why options are so beautiful, because ऑप्शंस भले ही आप ट्रेड नहीं करते दोस्तों, लेकिन ऑप्शंस डेटा के बेसिस पे आप ये डिसाइड कर सकते हो कि कहां पर लोगों ने पोजीशंस बना रखी है, कहां पर पैनिक बटन प्रेस हो सकता है, और उसके बेसिस पे आप कैश में या फ्यूचर्स में भी ट्रेड ले सकते हो. ओके, यहां पर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि ये चीजों को समझने के साथ आपको जीपीएस ऑफ द मार्केट भी पता होना चाहिए. जीपीएस में एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज जो आपको पता होनी चाहिए कि देयर आर टाइम्स व्हेन यू हैव टू लुक एट द गेन लेवल्स and you have to look at those levels in a very intelligent way. Okay, very smart way. If you are going to look at any specific level as the pinpoint level, it's not going to work. You have to look at the range. I keep telling my mentees every now and then कि यार बॉस रेंज होता है, वो रेंज को देखना और उसके हिसाब से आपको ट्रेड करना है. नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू गो ऑन द चार्ट and look at the open interest to see where is what happening now. So if you are able to see my chart here, every one of you, I'm resharing my screen. But am I making sense? See, don't buy my story just because I'm telling it. Just try and understand if it is making sense or not to you. Okay? And यहाँ पर, अगर आप यहाँ पर देख रहे हो, can I say something major is again happening at the current level? Are you able to see that? Can I say something is cooking up now again? Before it is happening, I'm telling you. Can you see the something is cooking up right now again before it is happening? let us look at the open interest profile. And let us also look at where the panic zone is going to be. So if I'm opening up the open interest profile over here, can you see 25,000 level is where there are still 10 million calls shorted even now. Can you see that? Is that interesting? Try and understand. I'm again repeating. Try and understand what I'm trying to tell you before it has happened. 25,000 level at that point of time is still having 10 million short positions even now, which means that if Nifty manages to break above the level of 25,420, 430, this people who have these positions is going to again continuing to square off and they are going to convert it. At the same time, 25,000 does not have much data now because they are not creating fresh position. So if I'm looking at this data, 25,000 call positions are still there in the system. It is not completely out. That's very strange. It's very rare to see that happening. The 25,000 puts are, calls which are there, 25,000 calls short are still in the system. Can you believe that? Nifty open interest profile shows that 25K calls are still in the system shorts. Okay. So if Nifty moves above 25,420 levels, there can be another round of tsunami if that happens. Okay. Are you with me? It is very, very crucial that you understand this clearly because यहाँ पर अगर बड़े प्लेयर्स चाहते हैं मार्केट में वो अटके हुए हैं. ओके यहाँ पर 25,420, 25,430 is the level which is just above the high. Okay, puts are high, of course, because they are doing adjustments on the put side. So if the यहाँ पर अगर आप देखोगे the levels which I am showing you right now, this is high, of course. Now, what happens during such kind of instances? The up move that happen and यहाँ पर अगर आप देखोगे, it is a tendency of the market to come down to retest the levels which was because of short covering. How do I know that? I just know it. So there is a tendency. I'm expecting Nifty to move. If you check my tweet since yesterday, I've been talking about 25,220, 25,200, 25,180 is the level where price can come down because that's where the panic started. It will retest those levels and then it can reverse up. That's the best scenario that you can get. Just in case, Nifty moves back below 25,100 level, something major is happening again. So for me to change my stand, 25,080, 25,100 is going to be my stop loss for my long positions created at 25,100. So I'm not going to lose anything. And as soon as if that is taken out, then something major is going to happen. And so my stop has to be 25,080 again. And below that, I change my stand. So I might turn super bearish again. So don't mind if I do that. Every now and then, every single moment, every single second, I can do that. Only if you accept it, you can make money in the market. Is it clear? Okay, let's go on to the chart. I'm going to share across the chart now with you, explaining you with the neo wave perspective what's happening. Do you want to know the future GPS of the market? How are we going from here on and what it looks on the chart with me? Let me just go on the Nifty chart. Wow, it's already 30 minutes. I didn't even realize I've been talking about the massive short covering for 30 odd minutes and I didn't realize that. Okay, and that's fantastic. I mean, okay, just a second. So I'm going to go on the chart here. Just let me share my screen and let's where I am. Are you able to see the chart? It's there. And you know, when is the Purnima or Amavasya cycle coming? Lunar cycle, guys, are you with me? Are you with me? The lunar cycle is going to come soon. Do you know the date? Anyone knows the date? 18th. It's on 18th. So keep a watch on that date. If you're looking at the GPS of the market, let us look at the GPS from a bigger perspective. Shall we look at NeoWave from a bigger perspective? Where are we right now? And I'm applying. So guys, just to very quickly again repeat, we are having a session tomorrow starting, which is a Saturday 14th 15th of September. हम ये देखने वाले हैं कि कितने बजे मार्केट मूव होगा, सारी चीजें ऑप्शंस के बेसिस पे त्रिशूल प्रोग्राम कल से स्टार्ट हो रहा है. सो बी देयर एट मॉर्निंग 10 AM. आई एम रियली एक्साइटेड टू टीच एवरी वन ऑफ यू एंड आई एम श्योर यू माइट बी लविंग इट. तो यहाँ पर अगर हम पूरा मूव देखें, entire move on the upside, the way along with the time cycle suggesting this move was completing the G lag. We had an X wave, this A, B, C, D, E, F, and G going on the upside, guys. Okay, going on the upside. And producers, आप फिर से link share कर दीजिए सबके साथ में हमारे app का link so they can join that. Once we have A, B, C, D, wave E, F, and this is wave G going on. Within this entire wave G, which started at the low of the election period. Okay, now I go to an hourly chart. So this is what you are seeing on the Nifty chart over here. Okay, just a second. If I'm going to see Nifty daily chart with bigger count as per NeoWave is what I am showing you. We continue to rise in form of wave G and the low formed precisely on the 55th day. दोस्तों यार 55th डे पे 24,260 पे मैं बुलिश हुआ था. वहां से 1000 पॉइंट का मूव मिला है आप लोगों को अगर आपने फॉलो किया होगा तो. Precisely on the 55th day and the rally continues. So यहां से टारगेट क्या है हमारा वो देखते हैं. Let me now show you if this is the rally. This was wave A, which happened to be entire move on the upside. And if I use a log scale, this is a logarithmic scale. Okay, so I have to measure the x to 1 wala part and project it on the upside. Okay, so how do I measure it? How do I measure it and how do I project it on the upside? I can simply come on the left hand side and I can use a box here, which is a rectangle. Measure it from the low here. This is a log projection, by the way. And then I'm going to just duplicate it and project it on the upside from this level. Okay, that becomes my target. Are you with me? This is the time frame within which the target should be achieved from this low. So the target for wave G is 26,160 now. Yeah, I turned super bullish again. As long as 25,080 is intact, guys, below 25,080, I'll change my stand as I said. So if it is not breaking 25,080, I am betting for 26,006, 26,002, which is the Gann level, which happens to be the target. So my level on the upside, if you're looking at this chart, is going to be that's the ultimate level, and it's a log scale on a bigger time frame chart. तो बीच में corrections भी आएगा ऐसा नहीं है. So 26,000 अगर मैं देखूंगा precisely 26,260 is the level where we can expect move to happen. This is the future forecast. तो कौन सा level हो गया? 26,260. That's the level we are looking at now on the upside, where I'm projecting this wave over above these levels. And this is a long-term chart pattern, which we are looking at as of now. This will be invalidated if we break back below 25,080 followed by 25,000. तो कुछ गड़बड़ होगी. But if that is not broken on the downside, then we might start seeing some kind of a good upside move. This is on 1 hour. This is on daily time frame. Do you want to see even on 1 hour time frame this forecast? देखना है क्या? ये आज के लिए बहुत ज्ञान हो गया, क्योंकि कल और परसों आपको फ्रेश रहना है गाइस. आर देयर पीपल हियर फ्रॉम त्रिशूल प्रोग्राम एंड ब्रह्मास्त्र? आर यू अवरली देखना है आपको? Okay, let me just do that. If I'm looking at the hourly chart over here, I'm going to zoom in the chart. If you look at this movement A, B, C, D, E, F, and this was G for sure on the upside, which got completed, and the fall was wave X. तो यहाँ पर आपको दिख नहीं रहा है, मैं थोड़ा सा जूम इन कर देता हूँ यहाँ पर आपको बताने के लिए कि ये जो वेव G है फिलहाल. ओके, दिस लेवल्स आर ऑन 15 मिनट्स. ये काम करते हैं 15 मिनट चार्ट पे चलते रहते हैं, थोड़ा सा क्लैरिटी मिलेगा. Okay, that's perfect. Now, if I'm looking at this entire chart on the upside, this is wave G, blue color wave G going on. And then we completed the wave C, which completed wave X, which I marked it on the earlier chart. And we are back in this wave A. Currently, we are going on in this wave B. Any dip from here, buying opportunity, and then we can be headed higher as long as 25,080 remains intact. That's the fine thread. Below that, I don't know. Below that, market ka mood alag hoga. So that's the level I'm looking at right now. If that remains intact, then we might be headed to 26,000 on the upside. Okay. And that's the beauty of it. So ये आपको बहुत ध्यान रखना है दोस्तों, सही तरीके से ट्रेड करना है इसके बेसिस पे. Dwarak is saying, I'm so glad to found a teacher like you. Thanks, Dwarak. It's always good to have a Gurukul member or Shishya like you also, Dwarak. It's always fantastic to have you also here. So what you are seeing right now on Nifty, just a second, just one moment. If you are seeing this chart, यहाँ पर, okay, just Nifty overall trend, Nifty path ahead in coming week. Use dips to buy as long as 25,080 remains intact. Aiming for 26,002 levels. इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि 26,000 के पहले अगर निफ्टी रिवर्स हो गया तो आप जाके पोजीशन स्क्वायर ऑफ नहीं करे और फिर बोले यार मैंने तो 26,000 बोला था और उस कारण ये सब हो गया. Okay, that is very, very important for you to understand. Am I making sense to you? Every one of you. Are you able to see this chart? Okay, so दोस्तों ये है मेरा path ahead and line in the sand is 25,080. Am I? And bank nifty का देखेंगे अभी नहीं यार. It's already I think 40 minutes past 4 and I'm sure you might be bored listening me out all the way from here on. तो दोस्तों अभी एक फाइनल चीज है जो मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूँ, वो ये है कि मेरा ऐप डाउनलोड करना ना भूले. ऐप का लिंक शेयर कर दीजिए वापस से सबके साथ में. और हमारा त्रिशूल का प्रोग्राम इज गोइंग टू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम टुमारो. उसका ऑप्शंस प्री सेशन वीडियो आप लोगों के साथ में शेयर कर दिया गया है. अगर एक्सेस नहीं है, कॉन्टैक्ट माई टीम. You will have the pre-session video, which is a mandatory for you all to go and read the pre-session video, go through the pre-session video. Equinox का इफेक्ट और वो सारी चीजें नेक्स्ट वीक में डिस्कस करेंगे. And that because that pre-session video is going to explain about options basic. Tomorrow and day after, I'm going to teach you options trading and application. Whether you want to buy option, whether you want to sell option, we are going to look at Pach Mantra. We are going to look at volume profile, open interest profile, KST, super trend for trend following methods. Along with that, we are going to look at Keltner channel breakout technique, which is going to be super. So, कैसे इस ऐसे मार्केट में ऑप्शंस की स्ट्रेटेजी कैसे फॉर्म करनी है, कैसे हेज करना है. इनफैक्ट आज मैंने ट्वीट किया था कि ATR फॉल हो रहा है, ऑप्शंस प्रीमियम डिक्रीज होगा. ये ATR क्या होता है, ये सारी चीजों के बारे में बताऊंगा. प्रोड्यूसर लिंक शेयर कर दीजिए प्लीज. And we are going to discuss all of those things in detail in the Trishul program, Trishul membership, and it's going to be phenomenal. Okay, I'm going to do that. And साथ ही में यहाँ पर मैं एक बहुत ही quickly poll भी ले रहा हूँ for everyone. I just want to know यार, क्या आप मेरे साथ में जुड़े हुए हो to learn this science? त्रिशूल क्या होता है? त्रिशूल is consisting of options mantra, Elliott wave, neo-wave. So there are people who are asking me where we combine this complete technique and 3 months of membership, which I'm going to give you complimentary along with that, with your subscription. And we will be looking at this entire program in a very, very detailed fashion. It's going to be amazing way of learning the science. And I'm going to tell you how to place your stop loss in the system, how to look at options. खाली ऑप्शंस ही नहीं, अगर आप स्टॉक्स में भी ट्रेड करते हैं, ये ऑप्शंस डेटा बहुत क्रूशियल है आपके लिए भी, तो ये डेटा को देखना नहीं भूलना है आपको. Okay, guys, I'm open for questions. If you have any questions, you can ask me now itself if you have anything. BMW has become market wizard. Fantastic. सुनील, आपको याद है अभी तक. धर्मेश, आप ब्रह्मास्त्र में already हो. You don't have to be a part of Trishul of BMW because it's already a part of ब्रह्मास्त्र. Awesome, guys. अमन कह रहे हैं आपको सुनते तो पता ही नहीं चलता है कि आप डेली लाइव आया करिए, टाइम का पता ही नहीं चलता है. बिल्कुल मजा आता है मुझे भी लाइव आने में, आप लोगों से बातचीत करने में. या डेली लाइव आऊंगा अमन, एक प्रॉब्लम है, बहुत सारे जन है, एंड द रीजन आई एम रिपीटिंग इट अगेन एंड अगेन, बहुत सारे जन है जो खाली लेवल्स पे ट्रेड करते हैं और अच्छा खासा पैसा भी कमाते हैं, लेकिन अगर एक बार नुकसान हो जाता है तो उन्हें लगता है कि मैंने नुकसान करा दिया. एंड आई डोंट लाइक इट यार. मैं आई गिव माई मोर देन 100% to teach, to explain, to make it happen for you. But I think that's how the world is, right? That's how. So I'm not going to come daily online. For people who understand it, I can do it. But for people who don't understand it, I don't want to be there for you all. So that's the thing. How much dip before 26K? देखते हैं नेक्स्ट वीक का, देखते हैं कि अगर 25,430 निकल जाता है, then we might not have that dip. But I'm expecting a 50 point, 100 point dip possible hai. Okay. Am I making sense? Okay. Awesome, guys. Thank you very much for joining in. Offline nahi hai, Irfan. These are all online sessions that we have. It's not offline session. It's all online session. Awesome, guys. Thank you. Love you all. And thanks for listening me out. It's pleasure. People on YouTube, do not forget to subscribe. Put your comments there and share it across with me. If these sessions are useful, if I get sufficient comments, I will continue my Friday at 4. I'm telling you, I'm doing it for you all. I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing it for you all. मेरे ब्रह्मास्त्र पार्टिसिपेंट्स तो मेरे से सीखते रहते हैं, हमारे सेशंस होते ही रहते हैं, बट बहुत सारे लोग हैं जिन्हें सीखना है मुझसे, उनके लिए मैं फ्राइडे एट 4 करता हूँ. और अगर मुझे कमेंट्स नहीं आएंगे तो आई कैन स्टॉप दैट फ्राइडे एट 4 बिकॉज यार I want to be with people who understand it. Thank you very much, guys. Have a wonderful time. Become a wonderful trader. Ashish, Kyal signing off.